Hello and welcome to the Dawnless Days Erebor campaign. This is episode 3. We are fighting for the halls of Dain, and this is indeed the army commanded by the same dwarf with the same name, though not exactly the same dwarf, of course. We are doing our very best to hold back the warband hordes that are bearing down upon us. We've got warlords coming at us, and we need to fend them off, and so that's what we do. With dwarven miners aplenty. Erebor axes come in too, and we have our onagers ready to rain fire upon an enemy or two. Or 3. They are relying on numbers more than anything else, really. And so, we're going to try to make them run by the hundreds today. So far, so good. So good. We have set a few alight with our frightening burning arrows, and it seems to be having an effect. And our onagers are doing their bit. They're doing their explosive, fiery rounds. But of course, there's more than one front to be considered. They come at us from multiple sides here. So, we have to contend with enemies over here as well. But we're already doing that. Stalkers, night hunters, not too concerned about the night hunters per se, but yeah, we could take out some of that heavier infantry that they have. Ooh, what's this? Oh, we found a general, I think. That's the warlords there. The Radar infantry will be incidentally hit as well, and that'll be joyous as well. But we're going to try to target this army a lot with the onagers and try to make them see the error of their ways. What's going on here? Ooh, okay. We have... Oh, it's their men that are broken and running for their lives. Yeah, okay, I'm far and away very happy with that. Thank you, dear arrows of fire. You're doing an excellent job so far. So far, yeah. If you will. And it seems that they're mostly shooting their missiles at our travelers, which I'm actually okay with. They sort of have the scattered position. Of course, they're vulnerable to them, but if they bear our more heavy troops, I won't be too displeased. And we're settling in for a long haul of a fight here. Now, last time around, they seemed to come in a slightly different way, and I'm really happy to see that, because it means that our enemies will be fighting us in less predictable ways than was the case in Medieval 2. That's very nice to see. Something I've noticed about this game as well is that a key difference to Medieval 2 is that, especially the Lord of the Rings mods, is that they really did their best at DAC to make your generals feel powerful. And it's not that your general's unit isn't powerful, but I have noticed that generals dying to something like arrow fire, which almost never happens, never reaches critical mass in DAC really, but in here, that can absolutely happen. Hello, stalkers. You will be welcomed by our halberdiers. We've already taken out 400 of them, so that's a good sign that things are going well. Of course, yeah, we had the advantage at range. It seems that they've sort of focused their lines down the middle, which does enable us to bring in our flanking forces for a little bit of a sneaky maneuver. Our archers can still target them all the way to the bank. Good, but we're going to focus our archers on the lighter troops. So, Radar infantry? Nah, not really. Going to be stuff like, well, ideally then night hunters and those kind of units. But it seems that they have, generally speaking, have a lot of heavy infantry. So I think I'm going to target the Rudaurans. We'll see how that works out. Alright, Gundabad, you have come to fight the waffle. What have you brought? Our Erebor axe warriors seem to have deposited their axes into the enemy. Our axe throwers, not quite so. Oh well, let's meet them. How good is your range? It's to about these bushes over there. Okay, I'm gonna move you in from this flank.
Everyone is scared.
Everyone is scared!
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
You to admit defeat! Okay then. Well, let's convince them. Crossbows, you're still doing your thing. Let's aim some crossbows at those warlords. I feel that should be a priority. Taking out their general. It's gonna be important. How are we doing over here? Sort of even combat. Okay, so if we support them a little bit with some onagers, we might just be in for a good time. Ooh!
Tighten up, dwarves.
Okay, our halberdiers suffered a little bit there, but they suffered even more. Their stalkers were just decimated there. Good to see, good to see. Very good. Okay.
How about some fighting?
Right, now we could actually send in, you know, let's send in some Dwarven company and take care of those Night Hunters over there. You guys, yeah, that's good, axe throwers. You.
The men have broken and are fleeing.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, dwarves.
Encourage the troops. Okay. What's this? We're having a bit of a build-up of enemies over here. We need to get our crossbows to target them. And we might also need to get Dain involved. Because they're attacking us in the rear. We don't have any spare troops around here, do we? Really? No. In fact, our troops are incredibly stretched. There's also a bit of a risk to send our general in there. Yeah, it's quite clear. We have a lot of troops over here, not so many troops over here, and we need to compensate for that with as much ranged support as we can. But you know, we're sending in troops. Things are coming in. Things are coming in. The warlords are over there. Okay, Dwarven company, come this way.
A whole unit has been destroyed.
Right. But they have lost more troops than we have, by quite a margin. Now our archers are coming under fire though. That's a bit of a problem. Medium spear infantry. Alright. We're gonna need to do something about those buggers. Got the mercenaries there. Let's get them down and out as quickly as possible. Let's see if his signature charge can do the trick.
They are trying to take out our general.
Yeah, that'll do. Okay, then mash yourself into this. See if you can do
They have rallied their units.
the trick once more. But yeah, unit winning decisively, of course you are. But I think I'm just going to continue fire on that warlord over there, and maybe not this one over here. There. Let's do something to those guys.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Alright, okay, so we are now in a position to focus all of our attention
We've revealed their deception. Hidden
this
troops.
way. Everybody come to the aid of your leader,
Dwarves.
because he is in danger. Ooh, general's unit over there.
Dwarves.
Crossbows. Target them while they shoot, while they try to hunt down our siege engineers. All crossbows, do so. In the meantime...
General has been killed.
No! Yes, the enemy general has been killed. Okay, I can live with that.
The enemy has killed our general.
No!
The men lose heart.
Okay. Every general dies. Well, martially speaking, we do seem to be having the upper hand at the moment. They don't have the strength to take us down now. But it's really a pity if we've lost Dain already. Well, what can I say? I'm new to this whole game. I'm feeling my way through, but we... Oh.
Glorious victory will soon be yours.
Okay, so how does this go? Because the army is sort of dependent on a general being there to lead them. So I wonder how the takeover of Dain's Hall can happen, if at all. Perhaps the game will prompt us to install a new military leader of our forces. Whatever remains of them. Not much. Okay, but we did rout the orcs, but it's such a pity that we lost our enemy, lost our general at that dire last moment. If he had held out just a tad longer, then we would actually have routed the enemy army. Yeah. Well, let's end the battle. Many have paid the ultimate price. Yeah, that's true. So, let's see what happens now. Heroic victory. Yeah, I suppose I can agree with that. Replenish units. Or pursue the enemies. It's going to be one of those, doesn't it? But the way I see it, Gundabad is probably going to fall. I don't know. I'm going to take the bet and reorganize our troops. We're going to see how that goes. Oh dear. We're going to retreat from this one. Right. Ooh. The force needs leadership. Now its commander is gone. Who will answer the call? Okie dokie. So we do promote some new one, and I am gonna call upon Gimli! Gimli, my friend. Come. Okay, Dwarven Baruk Guard. What do you got? You got... very heavy shock infantry. Or very heavy spear infantry. Cool. I'm gonna go with the Baruk Guard. That seems like a fun time to be had. So, but the tragic news is that Dain Ironfoot has indeed died. That is not something that we're gonna live down easily.
They don't stand a chance.
Oh, I think you'll find, Gimli, that they actually stand a little bit of a chance. Oh dear. They may just regroup.
Get ready for war.
By the way, though, see, these guys, they can move basically anywhere within spitting distance of that town. Which technically theirs.
Stand proud. Get ready for war.
Why can't I move these guys? Is something wrong? Is there something else I need to do?
Now I've got you.
Oh, he's still besieging Dain's halls then.
Die.
Okay, so that's what's happening there. Yeah. We're out of... No, we've just had a new turn. I'm just figure out...
Now I've got you.
It is under siege. But Gimli is unable to attack it. Okay. Okay, so what we've basically done is deprive it of defenders,
Die, beast!
but we're not yet where we can actually
Find your
take
courage.
town. Is it because we have something else that we need to take care of? Rule has passed to Thorin Stonehelm III.
Stand proud!
Can't I move this? Has he moved into sort of a buggy kind of corner? What's going on there? All I want to do is take Gloin for a walk.
Mind your courage!
Yeah, this confuses me a whole lot.
Get ready for war!
Anyway. There's other stuff to focus on. Maybe ending the turn will help. I'm just going to stay cool about it all and pick a new focus for our research department. I think stuff that allows us to make more food is going to be good. Because if this winter has taught us anything, it's that our food supplies are very limited.
My axe grows restless!
Okay. Let's have a look at Erebor then. So we could go for the third upgrade. It's going to take more food consumption though. Ugh. Our other places need to get some tech going. Need to get some growth going. So maybe the best shot is Erebor, and then hopefully by the time it's actually done in 7 turns, we will be in a better place with food for the reasons of seasonal fluctuations.
Mind your courage!
I'm sort of worried about our troops here. The fact that we can't really make them move. Don't know why that is. And I'm a bit afraid about this cave dweller army. Mostly light troops, but there are enough of them to make me nervous. Okie dokie, I figured it all out. We had some scripts we had to resolve. But now we have a chance to attack this town. And we're going to do it because we've got really good equipment for that. So we have our dear onagers that will be instrumental in provoking an enemy response and taking out as many enemies as possible. I'm really enthused about that particular weapon. I think it's going to do wonders for us. And they don't seem to have much in terms of quality troops. We're just going to start deployment. We're going to fire it up.
How about some fighting?
And I also like how the fire arrows do against enemies like this. So that's very good.
Line it up! Positions!
Got a few halberdier units. Ideally, we'll just sack through this settlement and not give it any second thought.
Stand before these walls knowing this will be a great victory, and once we have taken the fight with our very hearts, we shall vanquish any defense they have left.
Oh, gotta love how the animations come together with the speeches and all that. That's something that these Total War games can do. Very special. Where did my axeman go? They're over there. Hiding. That's okay. Oh!
Line it up!
Okay, that was a bit too close. A bit too close for comfort. But we have definitely given them a little bit of a fright with siege. Maybe we also want to take out this watchtower then. Let's see how accurate our onagers are versus the tower. Okay. Yeah. One more shot could actually be enough to take it out. Boom. Excellent.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
Are they just gathering their troops elsewhere, or are they hiding? I guess they're hiding. Let's bring our archers a bit forward. Nice. Okay. Then we have enemies over there. Yes, please. Bombard. Can we do that? No. But let's bring our melee forces in a bit closer as well. We don't want to leave anyone out. Onagers, a little bit closer. While we unload fire upon them. Tunnel slaves. Taking fire. Literally. Right. Give them hell, lads! Oops. You know, we're approaching the new year. It's time for fireworks, right? Oh, this reminds me of a New Year's party I had one year. Because one thing you might not know about Danish fireworks law, I know it's very different from country to country, but there's very liberal rules around the personal use of fireworks on New Year's Eve. We used to have, you know, back in my childhood, we had 2-3 weeks in which we could purchase and legally use fireworks. That is no longer the case. It's been narrowed down to sort of a 4 or 5 day span, which is okay when you consider that most countries just completely outright prohibit the personal use of fireworks whatsoever. And I mean, I can empathize with that, because I remember a time when I arrived at a New Year's party. Not one that was supposed to be particularly wild or anything, just a group of friends meeting up in an apartment, having some good food and having some fun, and perhaps watching the fireworks that other people would do on occasion. And the first thing that I saw when I arrived outside their apartment building was that a neighbor of theirs, a neighbor on the other side of the street, had managed to basically set fire to their own hedge before it was even dinner time. It was, you know, so I just arrived at the scene to find a hedge on fire and fire services barreling down the street in order to go and put it out. It was, yeah, very much an aha moment when it comes to Danish New Year's Eve culture and how that usually goes. Like, oh yeah, this is what we do, isn't it? The
enemy are losing ground.
But most of the time, people do behave responsibly. But every year there will be stories like that of people just setting their own house on fire.
The glorious victory will soon be yours.
Anyway, it's So it's a crazy world.
Dwarves!
Let's end the battle. The battle, the battle, the battle. We are ending the battle on our terms. Right, with minimal casualties, we've taken this town decisively, and we are just going to sack the place, I think. Dum-da-da. And then we move on, so that we are out of range of this army. Seems very sensible. We're just basically going to go over to Dain. No, sorry, not Dain. Sorry, Gimli. Sorry, Gimli. Die, beast! And support whatever he does, because there isn't much else in the area. But if those two can support each other, then got a good thing going, I feel. So Dain's Halls is going to be an important place to hold, and we'll focus on that. Let's fight this on the battlefield. Lugul is in, you know, he's too Lugul for school. So they maintain some Night Hunters who just ran away from the last battle. Lugul is new. We're going to bombard them. Let's see how we get on. Just to be sure, we are going to save the game, because there's no telling what awaits the game engine once we proceed. Alright, we arrive at the battlefield and we find ourselves in a bit of a fog, which, you know, no, I'm gonna wait. Still fog. Okay, maybe there's just a permanent fog around here, so guess we're just not gonna give a toss, if you know what I'm saying. And we're gonna find the weakest point and barrage it until they cry. So we have these sort of marshes around the place. Okay. A gate here, which presumably our Onager can break down. Pity that one of our Onager crews got completely annihilated in the last fight. It would have been amazing to have two of them here, but alas, it was not to be. We do have some rams though, so we don't need to waste ammunition on the gate, so to speak. We can the ram.
Get ready, dwarves.
The smallest dwarf company is this one. They're gonna be team 1. You're team 2. Gimli. Let's have a look at your unit, because it's 60 melee attack. That's pretty astounding. Got a bit of a cough there. Are you sure you're okay with the fresh mountain air? We're gonna keep Gimli safe. We don't want him to die before he recovers. Ignominious illness. Let's drop the siege equipment for these fellas, because they will probably be no, sorry. Drop the equipment for these fellas.
Let's get in there.
They're sort of our heavy hitters when it comes to the melee.
Dwarves.
I don't know how
Get ready, dwarves.
vulnerable our siege equipment is.
How about some fighting?
But time is gonna tell.
How about some fighting?
I think I'm gonna team these guys up. Worn Travelers and some Axe Throwers. Light skirmishing force that can run around pretty quick and
Dwarves.
do stuff. Then we've got our crossbows. That'll do what crossbows do. They have decent experience.
Dwarves.
Let's start the battle. And what do we got? We've got a lot of enemies sitting inside. Ah. How nice. Reavers. Good or bad heavy blades. Yeah, occupying those walls might be unwise. Shall we show them why?
How about some fighting?
Baruch Gazad.
Tighten up, dwarves!
Okay, of course we're only going to punish them if we hit anything. Bit of a
Let's get in there!
something you might be aware of. You can't hit them from there, so maybe you should actually go behind it. Okay. Continue apace. Break down whatever fortifications they have. Interesting. It takes away the sound effects when you speed up the gameplay.
Give up now and spare yourselves. So they want to close the loose, do they?
So they want to close a look, do they? Yes, 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 I very much do. I wonder what else they have for defenders around the place. Can't see them as of now. There's sort of a line of sight deal going on with a lot of this.
Get ready, dwarves!
Battering ram, as of yet, unperturbed. Seems like we're having a limited effectiveness because... Okay. Actually, we might be doing some nasty business to that particular wall. Let's see what happens when it breaks down. I'd be very curious. Fire damage going up on the ram. Okay. But the gatehouse is receiving a bunch of damage.
The enemy have destroyed our siege engines.
But we have destroyed their gates, so it's served its purpose. Okay. I mean, it would be amazing if we could get them to come out of their gates, right? But that's not quite where it seems to go. I wonder what we would have to do in order to make them. Ooh, nasty. I would really love to see that general somewhere. So far, we've taken out around 55 of their troops, which is better than nothing, but I'd really love to see them in greater concentration. Though these may be most of their units, actually. Don't have that many. It seems like they're not just it's not really that willing to shoot at the targets that I pick out for them. So I think we just need to get them a bit closer. And we need to start breaking the bad news to the enemy. We are attacking. So. Gimli, be around, but don't get too close. And let us also do something about that tower over there.
Dwarves!
Da 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 da. Ooh, nasty
The
one.
enemy's walls are down.
That's good, okay. Oh, so we can actually come in this way now. It's very tempting. It hasn't done anything to their watchtower though, which was the one I tried to target. Maybe I need to do standard rounds for that. It would make sense that standard rounds are all around better for taking care of the enemies on there. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so standard rounds for walls pay me, you know, and fortifications.
Let's get in there!
We're going to send our troops over the wall, but those are going to be ranged troops. We're going to send our melee troops, our axe infantry and the like, through the gate and attack those reavers? Yeah, light axe infantry. They got spears though. Interesting. Ranged travelers doing what you do. Do it with rage and fire. Axe throwers. Can you? No? You can't even throw axes at those? Okay. I'm slightly confused as to how their range occasionally says that they should be closer to a unit than they actually are.
Dwarves!
Baruch Gazad.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Yeah, okay, we were sending them in with quite little to show for it. Iron Guards, you know, who gave you permission to just loiter around without anything to do? No, you're going in. Gonna be good for you. No? You're not going in? Okay, you want to go in that way. Fair enough. If that's what you want to do, then... Yeah. I mean, if I understand it, You guys here?
Destroyed the enemy tower.
Are you locked with that thing? Oh, I see. I don't have any control of you whatsoever. Why is that?
Get ready, dwarves!
Guys. No? Ah, okay. I'll have to do without those for the battle, it seems. They are non-responsive. In every which way you can think of. Okay. Have we seen any more enemies of the enemy? I believe they're enemies of the enemy. We are the enemies of the enemy. But have we seen any more troops of the enemy? No, not really. The general seems to be staying out of it for now. Fascinating.
Let's get in there! Get ready, dwarves!
Yay! Troops are actually going through the gate now.
Dwarves!
So, we have taken this thing. We've taken the road. It seems... Okay. Gotten a little bit of a buff there, it seems. Nice.
Keep those spears ready.
Get ready, dwarves!
So, where do we have...
The enemy is attacking our general.
Hey, what? Is it a tower? I guess it's a tower.
How about some fighting?
Can we get you to sort of take over that tower? That's something like you can do? Or do we have to destroy them? Can we get these guys? No? No. They're not really controlling a ram, it seems. They're just bugged now. Okay. Fascinating. Capture the gate.
Tower has been destroyed.
Oh,
Bodes well.
alright, alright. Okay, taking the gate means destroying the tower. Interesting. Is that like the central square of it all? No, this must be it. So we just need to get troops up there. Everybody, move. Really puzzles me why this unit in particular is unable to act at all.
Get in there!
They're running. They are barely present. So what's going on here? We seem to have a unit here. Ah, yes, night hunters. You know, we can get these weapons of war in there. Surely we will be able to do good things. But that seems to not be the case. Okay, we're going to get them closer from the outside, and then we're going to precipitate death upon night hunters. Our troops will basically just continue marching toward the square, and I have some idea that we may find a general over there. Takes a good wee while, doesn't it? Oh, you guys, this way. You guys, this way. These fellas seem slightly incapacitated by the game engine for whatever reason. Try to get us a little bit closer. See if our last few missiles can actually make a bit of an impact here. Alright, we're under attack now, so it's the time. We're capturing a victory point.
Is almost within our grasp.
Oh yeah, there we have them. Roundabout warriors.
A unit has used all available ammunition.
You haven't used all available ammunition. Get you over there. Axe warriors. You should...
Men flee the field of battle.
Okay.
It's a shameful display.
Yeah,
The enemy are losing ground.
slightly shameful, I suppose. Come on.
The enemy's walls crumble before our might.
We're just gonna shoot these guys until they do something.
One of our units can no longer fire.
Well, that's okay. So, what went on here? Yeah, we've collapsed a wall section and killed a lot of hunters, so it's gonna be good enough. And in the meantime, we just shoot the enemy. Oh, hello! They're coming at us.
General is dead.
Aha! Victory!
The gods, your victory is
It worked.
miles away.
And we did take some losses, but not too many. Ugh, 200 though. It's still a lot in the grand scheme of things because we have such limited capacity to recover them. Let's hope we'll be able to recruit something from this place before too long. So, Gimli buries his axe in the head of an enemy, and we claim decisive victory. Lost 197 brave dwarves. So it didn't go that smoothly. I wouldn't quite call it a Pyrrhic victory, but it's close. We're gonna need to just try and occupy it, I think. The best thing we can do. I mean, either way, it's gonna lose control and everything else, but we need some unit replenishing, and I'm thinking that it might also generate some goodwill. I don't know. Maybe claiming its riches as our own might still help a bit. But really, we're gonna need the troops. Okay.
Get ready for war.
So there we see, yeah, we regain a few troops, and that is strategically important. And now that we own the region, we will also be in a position to keep replenishing troops there.
Get ready for war.
Right. Dain's halls, let's have a look. It's a lot to repair, obviously. Convert the... You must rebuild your city first. Okay, so we need to repair everything. Right, on with it. On with it, my friends. And now for Erebor. We're already building here. Hooray for that. And that's basically all we can build. So let's have a look at the troops we might procure. Guess we will need to spend food on every single soldier though, so our capacity to sustain them at the moment, not that good. That good at all. I think I'm gonna wait a turn. And just hope that these cave dwellers don't really get in spitting distance of Erebor anytime soon. And then, after all governors and like traits have been assigned, we need to make a bit of an edict here. So, recruitment capacity and cost. Local mustering might be good. Though, I'm actually thinking that increased town watch funding might actually be the best thing we can do, or maybe state-approved songwriters. It wouldn't hurt to get a bit extra food, but we do need to bring this region on side quickly. So it's one of these two. Either control, which is going to matter. Let's see, how is the control? 3 turns, hostile take, okay, bruh. Say no more, we need control. Then hope things improve. Alright, Gundabad move upon us, and we are not in a position to fight, so we choose flight.
Yeah. Help me!
Help me! But that's okay. They can be lords of their little insignificant pile of dirt over in Odhravlik, where we have the settlement that matters. Well, at least regionally. We have Erebor and we have Dain's halls. Bit of attrition. People are starving. Bugger bugger.
Ready for war!
But how is Dain's Halls doing? Okay, we're a bit better off now. Control has increased, and so we are at risk of a hostile incursion in 4 turns instead of 3, you know? I mean, that's a good trend. So let's keep it going. Now we need to convert this place into Dain's Halls. So, dominance +5, more wealth, control, influence, road development, basic walls, and dwarven garrison units. Yeah, I like it. That's what we need. And then we need our good lad to go over here and eventually make his way over to Dain's Halls. Can we recruit units from here? Nope. Maybe once we've converted enough stuff, then we'll be in a better position. Right. I'm still a bit on edge about the presence of Habsburg down here. The runic empire stretches far north and far further than we want it to be. Of course, I mean, they haven't... it's not like they seem to be in a high-intensity war over here. Which could go either way, of course. It is really the extremity of their realm, but they seem to be in very, very decent control of it. We would have a hard time. You know, if they wanted to suddenly push us out, I guess they probably could. But they haven't put their mind to it yet. Perhaps focusing on places like Escalos. I mean, Dale seem to be doing quite well. Okay, so Rune have taken back their settlement down here. And as Gondren is still in Dalian hands. I think Dale are doing okay with it. They seem to be keeping Rune busy. No candidates available for agent recruitment. But, you know, it seems to me that this faction in particular is all about the armies. Now these cave dwellers might very well come to Dain's Halls before we know it. Anything we can hire over here is good.
Mind your courage.
Oops, didn't actually get them. There we go. Yeah, unit recruited, Dwarven refugees. Edict issued. Good. Seems to me that that's what we can do for now. This would convert into a recruitment camp. Okay. This would... also a recruitment camp. Fascinating. Not sure what that has of implications. But anyway, let's end another turn. Alright. Uneventful. Which I'm going to say is good. Dain's Halls. Yeah, okay. We're just losing people all over the place to starvation, which is, of course, less than great.
Let's get going.
But I'll order our troops to coalesce around Dain's Halls, and hopefully
Get ready for war.
gonna be what we need.
They can't hide from a dwarf.
Starvation is still terrible, and there's not much we can do to fix it at the moment. So if there's anything I'm learning from this, it's that we need a strong food base moving into winter months, and you know, barely. We just need to improve that in the good months of the year, still in late February. But that means that we might be moving into March pretty soon, and that's when things might improve. Do we have any other important stuff that we need to do? We might want to promote another Elder Counselor if we have one. That's sort of a good pick. So we've got Dory. He's already an Elder Counselor. Got Nori. He could become one. Bifur. Bofur is already one. Bomber. I'm gonna go with Nori, I think. Let's do that. Alright, after a great deal of political back scratching on our 23rd turn, Nori has succeeded in gaining office. Let's see how our diplomacy is doing. Dale, how are you doing? Our relations are friendly and improving. Maybe now is a good time to start thinking about the military access. I don't like you, but orcs I hate more. What do you need? I love you too. Moderate chance of success. Okay, so we are going to offer some payments of... Let's just give them 1,000. You know, we're also doing this to keep ruin off our backs. Let's remember that. Is there anything else we could do to sort of sweeten the deal a bit? Join war against... No, they don't really have any other wars that we can join because we're already joined with them in the wars that they are fighting. So, yes, this is to be. Oh no! It is not mistrust that stays our hand, but prudence. Such terms among friends would be unwise. Well, indeed, sir, trust is paramount. Well, okay, not much to be gained there, it seems. Maybe it needs to improve even further.
Mind your courage. Stand proud. Mind your
It
courage.
is with a heavy heart that I watch our numbers dwindle. Our dwarven refugees seem hit particularly hard. It is sad. Sad to see. But there's not much we can do. But once we get a bit more tech going, we might be in a better place. One turn? Maybe all we need. Oh no. Here come the foe. Right as we're in the grips of starvation, the enemy comes with the might of their full nation.
Stand proud. Get ready for war.
Any troops we can get, we'll take. And now we have our new tech in animal farming, so very, very good on that one. I'm gonna try to tech into some small party expeditions. Vision from weather and terrain. I'm not sure how much it'll help us. But it would be good to get. But I also really want boundaries like that. But no, it's really about food. Whatever we can do. But maybe feasting culture would also be good. Extra control. That I feel like that's also going to be important. Really is all about the food and the farming at the moment. But this upgrade will at least allow us to build more buildings, which I would love to get going already. Gives us additional growth, which is good. We're just going to focus our Eastern Realms on building food buildings. That will be the thing. And then, yeah, using ale makers. I'm decently okay with the troops we can hire now. They seem to be good, particularly the halberdiers and the onagers. Undeveloped land. Yes, we can indeed do some stuff. So, treated soil seems to be the place to start. Yeah. Goat pens. Let's get some food going. Plot some land out for the new spring that's right around the corner. Late March, it's still a cold season overall, but it's loosening up, I suppose.
Stand proud. Get ready for war.
It's a pity that they didn't wait with their attacks on Dain's halls until we, had that building plan finished. But, it is what it is. At least now we're building food buildings again. Oh dear, this is where it all gets a little dicey because our forces are famished. And the fortifications are stunted. We may be able to do significant damage to them, of course. Especially with our onagers. So we're gonna need to do very well on the defense when we take to this fight. But for now, this episode has already reached an hour. So, if we are to make a good, solid stand for this, I am gonna need, well, at least half an hour of playtime, I think. Because we will want to do a good job here. And that would take us up to 90 minutes. So rather, that's gonna wait for next time. This is the cliffhanger of today. I mean, Mr. Gundabad Orcsy-man seems to favour that solution. He keeps screaming in affirmation of my plans, though I hope that you'll accept them too. So no matter how your holiday season has been winding down or up of late, I hope that you will join me, right, as we will come to defend our new gates on the episode 4 will await you. Until that time though, I've been Captain Total Waffle. Be kind to yourself, be good to those you love. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.